I'm Butler. I'm a trainer here at ZUM, and I'm going to show you how to do a lat pull down. It's a great exercise for your latissimus dorsi and the muscles across the upper and mid back as well. Doing it well promotes great posture through your shoulder girdle, which is great for aligning your spine up correctly and making sure that the loads on your upper body are correct, don't create pain in your neck and mid and upper and mid breadth and lower back. Okay, so the first thing we're going to worry about is body positioning and the setup of the machine. When you're doing a lat pull down, to optimize the movement, you want to lean back just a little bit and not have it come straight down to you. In fact, well, I'll get into the behind the neck in a second, but you want to lean back slightly, hold the navel in real tight. This pad, this is going to be one of my tricky points. I don't use this at all unless you're so strong that the weight that you're using, that your latissimus is able to pull down, is enough to pull you up in the air. For the vast majority of us, not even necessary. If you can't stabilize without the pad, you're using too much weight in the first place. So I'm going to demonstrate 3 ways to do the exercise. We're going to do an overhand grip, a neutral grip, and an underhand grip. With all 3 of them, the one principle you want to follow as far as the width of your hand spacing is going to be that your elbows stay in line with your wrist. If you come down, if you're grabbing the bar and you pull it down and your hands are clearly inside of your elbows, you're too narrow. Conversely, if your arms are outside of your elbows at the bottom of the movement, you're too wide. You want to find a nice neutral position so that when you pull it down to your collarbone, your hands are at a nice vertical angle, okay? From there, you want to reach up, shoulders are up to start with. We're going to try to depress them to reinforce good shoulder posture to start with the movement. Maintain that depression, which means hold them down without bending the elbows to start with, and then push the elbows down to the floor. Bring the weight to your collarbone. Again, I'm still reclined. Release the weight without the shoulders coming up in the air, and try to maintain that good shoulder posture as your arms go up and down. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, so for an underhand grip, the principles are the same. You're going to keep your elbows underneath your wrist. That's going to determine your hand width. Although you have a little bit more leeway as long as your elbows are under your wrist with the underhand grip than you do with the overhand grip. Same principles though. You lean back just slightly. We're going to bring the bar to the collarbone, not to your chest. Shoulders drop down. Press the elbows to the floor with that nice posture through your spine and through your neck. And then as your arms go up, your shoulders stay nice and low. You don't want the shoulders to pop up every time. See if you can kind of hold them down a bit. You're depressed, push the elbow down, and then bring the arms up. The difference between the overhand and underhand pull down is just a different arm action. When the overhand pull down, you're going down to the sides of your body. With the underhand pull down, you're going more in front of your body. Still the same movement through the arms though. You're pressing down to your collarbone. Release the weight without your shoulders popping up in the air. You're going to see if you can depress your shoulder girdle from here and kind of hold it down the whole time. Again, I'm reclined. Push the elbows down so the bar touches basically my collarbone ideally, but not the chest itself. And then extend the arms without the shoulders coming up in the air. Notice that I'm maintaining my posture the whole time, not changing to get leverage, and definitely trying not to pull with my arms. And you can see how I go out of my movement phase. I'm going to try to drop the elbows straight down instead. Touch and release. So as before, same principle. We're going to do the neutral grip now. Same principles with the position, that you don't have as many options with this handle, and you'll see that in a second. We're going to try to keep the elbows underneath the wrist, and again, just as before, the shoulder girdle is depressed, which means it's down. You're not going to pull with your shoulders elevated up into your ears. Before you start to move, shoulders are here. You're going to drop them down as much as you can without changing your posture. You're reclined just a bit. You're going to push your elbows down to the floor. They stay underneath your wrist. Posture maintained. Extend the arms without the shoulders popping up in the air, okay? Navel's in real tight. Good, everything's stable. Just your arms are moving, but you're visualizing pushing the elbows down. Again, not pulling the arms to you. That changes the exercise dramatically and makes it so it's more about your arms than your latissimus or your back muscles. The back's a lot stronger. It's a lot more effective at going through this range of motion than your arms are. You want to ask it to do as much work as possible. Kind of ties in with all 3 of the movements. Drop the shoulders, press the elbows down, raise it without raising the shoulders.